All right. What's up, everybody? This is SafeWord. Burr, 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 burr. This is your platform for teaching, learning, and opening the eyes of our audience to the world of kink, BDSM, and relationships. You know who it is. It's your favorite host, K. Marcos.
And I am your other host, Aurora Storm.
And it's your co-host, Miss Sasha Lyncher.
And I am your new co-host, Knight Wagner.
Yes. So we did not have a video this week, and that's because, you know, we added somebody new, and I mean, if you've been around, you've kind of seen him a little bit. But every time we add someone new, we think it's time to get to know the SafeWord crew. So that's why there was no video. But, Miss Sasha.
Yes, well, since here, go ahead and drop a like, go ahead and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all your educational content around kink, BDSM, and relationships.
Yes. All right. So we just need to real quick say hello to our A1 since day one. He rocks with us on all of our stuff. So, crew, can you help me say hello to Mr. Roy? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
What up,
Hey,
Roy? You're my boy, Blue.
Exactly. So if you want your shout out like Mr. Roy does, then you gotta be tuning in. All right. So if you just landed on this page and you have no idea what you're watching, God, where have you been? This is SafeWord. And here on SafeWord, we have a SafeWord of the day. We use this SafeWord to stop, halt, and completely put a pause on all topics of conversation. So SafeWord crew, would we like to let everybody know what the SafeWord of the day is? If you don't know, it's right here on the board. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Courting.
So just make sure that you say that word. It's supposed to stop and halt. And if someone is not hearing you for whatever reason, we have a symbol that we throw up here at SafeWord. Crew, can we throw it up real quick in case? So you're saying the safe word and no one can hear it. Yeah, Zoltan. So throw that hand symbol up. Make sure that you say the safe word of the day, which is courting, that everybody knows what it is. So Mr. Kane, Miss Sasha, do we have? There it is. All right.
Yes, we do. And so as everybody knows, tonight is a big lottery drawing. Sorry, I got caught up in a comment. I'm trying to see if I'm the feedback issue here. All right, so everybody knows what tonight is. Tonight is a day to go down in history. It is the big lottery drawing for the $1.1 billion Mega Millions jackpot prize. So I know everybody's been buying their tickets and everything else. But real quick, do you guys know... I mean, like, so the jackpot's $1.1 billion. Do you know how much you actually end up getting of that amount?
Ah, 1 billion. Come on.
Wait. Miss Sasha had a guess there, but I think her audio cut out.
Oh, I said no. With it being that high, you know those taxes and fines, they're gonna eat your behind alive. So.
How does Elon do it? How does Bezos do it?
They didn't hit the lottery.
Right, exactly. They just keep earning.
Exactly.
So here's the choice: lump sum or overtime.
The way our economy's going right now, I don't want to take 30 years and end up not getting through like 29 of them. Like lump sum and.
Well, and here's the deal: even if it is less, I would take the lesser amount. I don't care about the billions. Like if I got 300 and 400 million or something like that, then I'd be completely fine. Completely fine. Cool.
So, right off the top, once you hit that $1.1 billion prize, and let's say you opt to take the lump sum, right off the top, like Uncle Sam's going to get his, he's going to take 40%. So it ends up equating to just a little under half. And that's just out of the initial amount. And then once the new fiscal year rolls around and everything else, your taxes due are going to be 35% of the actual 1.1 billion. So which almost equates to about another 160 million. So you end up pocketing out of $1.1 billion, you end up walking away with about 410 is what the estimates are right now, depending on what state you live in. There's 10 states that you really want to hit the lottery in, and it's because they don't do a state tax on lottery. It's like California, Wyoming, New York, places like that.
Alaska.
Yeah. So I don't have that list on me right now, but just in case one of our SafeWord listeners is, the lucky winner tonight, just know that you didn't win $1 billion. You're walking away with about a little under half of that. So still life-changing money, but...
So unscrupulous takes the cut, and then on top of that, then you got family tax because everybody's gonna come knocking.
Well, that's if you tell everybody, like...
Tell nobody, no one would fucking know, no one.
It's like, don't be dumb. Don't just like, oh, I inherited a mansion and now I'm driving a Rolls Royce. Like, stay humble.
Allow them ticket.
Just don't be mind their business. Okay? You have not talked to me in 10 years. Mind your business.
Look here, if it's a SafeWord viewer that has won, I'm just saying, pay out your favorite cast and crew, so that we can keep making content for you.
Join the what? Join the who?
Oh, God. This is better. Let's see how many people participated. Drop $1 something. You got a ticket. Jeez.
Right, exactly.
Right, yeah.
Go and check to see how you been in a week or two.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If you bought a ticket, just let us know.
Right.
Statistics, just curious.
All right, and to follow up that, semi-bad news with some even more bad news. Anybody here a fan of the Choco Taco?
Yes, I am so mad. That was like my favorite ice cream on the ice cream truck. Are you kidding me? Choco Taco's done.
It was between Choco Taco and Strawberry Shortcake. I'm sorry. It was those two for me.
Yeah, Choco Taco's my thing. Like, you don't understand. And then they made the Strawberry Taco one, and I was like, in heaven. In heaven. Yes.
I never tried the strawberry one. That's, well, now I never will, so. But.
I have to admit, so I grew up in New York, in Brooklyn, and the ice cream truck I could sing the song for you right now.
Sing it!
Anyway, point is, we actually didn't have that. We didn't have the Choco Taco. I didn't grow up eating that.
No Choco Taco. You were deprived.
I looked at it and I was like, that looks like you giving me ice cream. What
It
is
was
this?
such goodness. Oh my goodness.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
And it
I
wasn't
don't even like
too
waffle cones.
frosty.
Perfect.
Like, not only did it taste good, but it was a good value because it was an actual, like, taco-sized ice cream.
Like that big?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
It was like
No.
Oh, yeah.
The packages were like this, yeah. Like one of those apple pie things. Yeah.
And it's full. You had to open your mouth wide. Yes.
You had to open your mouth. What was that? Say it again.
Oh,
So good.
over
Like
here.
a waffle.
Over here in AZ, man, we had that mean-ass AC tax, so our Choco Tacos were $1.50 from the ice cream truck.
and they're discontinuing now?
So, it's kind of like the same thing with Twinkies. They're still making Twinkies, just the manufacturer, like the main company that holds, like, the recipe and, like, I guess what you would call the patent for it is discontinuing it. Doesn't mean that the recipe and the patent can't be sold to another company to continue production. It just hasn't happened yet. So, for...
Like Twinkie, because Twinkie discontinued a couple years back, and then all of a sudden they came back out, so...
Like, and I don't know how you discontinue Twinkie, like...
Or the license. They have paid, like, redistributed that way. It just wouldn't be under that original manufacturer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, somebody put that Choco Taco back, baby. You can bring
Right.
this back.
Someone needs to start making that. Shoot,
So we gotta...
If you own an ice cream truck, y'all should just try and figure out how to make it and like wait a couple months because everybody's gonna be fiending for it, and then the following summer you can come out and be like Choco Tacos homemade. We'll be like,
Oh my goodness! But they had even better. They have like one of those food trucks, and you do like your fresh ice cream, and you make your own waffle tacos.
Yep.
Bam. And then you drizzle that thing. Okay.
You gotta add caramel. Like, that's the one thing that I never understood. Why did Choco Taco never go the caramel route?
Right.
Like, that was a huge... They might still be in production today if, they had ever just had the idea.
Add a little caramel.
You have like a limited edition, like caramel or strawberry, and then.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I didn't fix the
Yeah,
taco.
I guess,
I
Hey.
didn't fix the taco.
So we got a comment from Roy to go back to the lottery saying, date night and threesome of me, Kane, and Knight if I won. So, Roy, I ain't gonna lie, you hit the lottery, you're on.
If you win,
We'll be there.
On a date, it's fine.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We'll be
I
there.
want to know who's wearing the heels. Who's wearing the heels?
I'll wear heels for... It's the lottery winner. I'll wear heels. I ain't above it. I've worn heels before.
Who's doing the gag? Who has the leash? What's happening?
I'm willing to negotiate on just about everything. Let's just
Right.
say.
He's like, I was
If Roy's involved, they're gonna be like,
You keep riding zeros, and you can have whatever you want.
Yeah, the more zeros, the more space. It's all good.
the more weird factor that can be, and
Right.
you're like, hey, I don't know.
Right.
Exponential
What do
growth.
you think about it?
Absolutely. All right, so again, going on this sad little gravy train that we're rolling on right here, I had to bring this up just because I really want to know how this is even possible. Everybody knows that COVID was like probably the worst thing that's happened in the past decade. But
Next month, but we ain't talking about that.
yeah, we ain't got there yet. But so right now we're still dealing with the long-term effects of COVID, which have now include for men hair loss and problems ejaculating.
Mm-hmm.
Say what?
Right?
If you've got COVID, that's what they're saying. They're saying that it's even hard to get it up. Like, people are having issues, and Viagra's not even working.
You know what? You know what? That was the plan all along.
Yep.
Sterilization.
Mm-hmm. That was
Sterilization.
engineered in the lab. Send it out. Yep.
Yep. Exactly.
See, people think it's a conspiracy theory, right? But an article just yesterday came out saying they've traced it once again back to the market in Wuhan.
Yeah.
Yep.
We already knew. Why do they have to bring it up to you?
'Cause
Right.
you keep debunking it. They're trying to say, no, it wasn't that. It was in the wild. It was the monkeys in Africa. No.
No. It was creative. Yep.
Oh, that was engineered. Oh yeah, definitely.
No.
Hair loss and impotency. Come on, man. What?
Well, I think it gives people hot flashes too, and it gives women like hair loss too.
It gives them hot flashes, premenopausal things, all sorts of stuff. Like, you go into premenopause a lot earlier.
Man,
So, yeah.
that was a
If
plan.
you've got COVID, and you don't even have to be diagnosed with a long-standing COVID.
Do me a
like-
favor, drop a comment if you have not got COVID yet.
Right.
Like, I'm curious to,
Exactly.
I don't know a single person who hasn't got it in one fashion or another.
How long did you guys hold out before you got it? 'Cause I'm assuming you all got it at some point.
I was
Yeah,
about a
I-
good
I-
6-7 months.
A year.
A year?
Yeah, mine was about a year. It took about a year, and then I got sick.
Like
Yeah.
the kids went back to school. Like I knew some kids, and I got so about a year.
I got mine in May this year.
Ooh,
Damn.
Okay.
Work.
All right.
At work.
Oh no.
Did you get the taste loss? Did you lose your sense of taste?
Like, as soon as you felt bad, you're like, yep, I got this stuff.
It was.
I think Kim was asking if you lost your sense of taste, Night.
It was flu symptoms. I think we had the third jab already. Flu symptoms. In bed for a week. Bah.
Dang. Yeah, that's about where I was in bed for about 2 weeks, but I lost my sense of smell and
Yeah.
taste. It just sucks. And to this day, like, I absolutely love cilantro. Cilantro used to go on everything, my eggs and just everything. And I can't even smell it in the fridge anymore. It smells like hot trash. And that's what things tasted like while I was sick. Like, everything I ate tasted like I was picking it out of the garbage and had been rotting for a minute. Yeah. Yeah.
No, this is engineered to make you ugly. Bald.
Yeah. and impotent.
And erectilely defunct. All right, so moving into some happier news for the rest of us, not for one gentleman in particular. This poor son bastard is getting sued. There's a poor man. Let's have a moment of silence real quick for this poor individual.
F's in the chat. F's in the chat.
This poor guy's getting sued by a woman he met on a dating app and had, I guess, made intentions for, like meeting up and going on a first date, but ended up not showing, so she got stood up. So she's suing him to the tune of $10,000 for standing her up on a date.
Can you do that?
Oh, we could do
We're
that?
direct-
Wait, I didn't know you could do that. Hold on, wait.
I don't know. Don't get excited.
No, hell no, don't.
No, not wait. How do you do that?
Right, like, how How'd she do that?
So really, all it what? So what it sounds like? There's actually a video going out where it was actually the actual court. Being seen in front of a judge and everything. They did a Zoom call with a judge, and where she brought the case. The guy showed up because like he was served, and he thought it was going to be dismissed or thrown out, but except she took him straight to trial court, and he needed to file a motion for dismissal and run it through, I believe, circuit court. I ain't a lawyer. If you're a lawyer, you're watching this and you're like, that's not how it works. Yeah, well, you know what? You went to school for 8 years for that shit, and I talk about sex on YouTube. So if I get my judicial systems mixed up, I mean, it's not my forte. But so he went to the wrong court system to try and have it dismissed. He thought he could have it dismissed in the court that they appeared in, and honestly, the judge was like, between the legal boundaries, I have to push this through. She's done all the proper legal channels. She's, filed all the paperwork correctly. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a legitimate case. If you want to argue the legitimacy of it, you may, but you have to file an appeal. You have to write a motion. You have to do all of this stuff in order to have it dismissed.
Technicality.
What you got, Aurora?
Is it that a woman can sue a man to the tune of $10K for standing her up, but then in most court systems, you can't even get money from your baby's daddy?
That's a different situation.
Like, you can't even, like, how the hell is that going through? But then there's kids that, like, absentee parents, and there's no responsibility to it.
Jeez. So much wrong in the society these days.
It's a very good comment too, because the more you get, it's so stupid, right? The more rights that someone have, the less rights you have. So once you, especially nowadays when they talk about the life of the child, so from fetus until 18,
right?
Her responsibility as a parent. So once you actually have more culpability, and your responsibility is less. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, it really is, and no one's held accountable. It's like, what? Because, I mean, there's deadbeat moms, too. It wasn't just dads, but I was just sitting there going, okay, a woman can sue someone $10,000, for standing her up.
It's time.
Yet, like, there's court cases that won't even get looked at, and there's an absentee or abusive parent or whatever.
Like, you should have a bunch of stuff going on and a bunch of proof, and you can't even get someone to look at it.
Get somewhere else.
So 10K standing you up.
Here's the thing that should be worrisome for guys. So if you're a guy watching this right now, just keep this little nugget in the back of your mind for future reference. If this happens to go through, and if she happens to win this case, be prepared for it to become a much more common thing to be sued, because it sets up what's called a legal precedent. And I know enough about the legal system to know that a lot of court cases are built off of previous court cases, and that's how a lot of these end up getting pushed through. And so this case going through, and if she so happens to win, will create what's called a legal precedent, which means all these other women can now reference this court case and cite similarities and get the same kind of payout.
Oh, I'm suing too. What do you mean other women? No, $5K every time I get ghosted.
Right.
Right up. $5K.
If you could sue somebody for like lying to you, like the public embarrassment of their like significant other popping up on you, I'm like, oh, I need public humiliation, defamation. Now you're painting me out.
Hey, hang on real fast.
Oh no.
Asking for a friend here. How much do you think you could sue a chick for standing you up at prom?
Let me tell you.
There's statutes of limitations. How old is the person trying to sue?
No. Oh, a statute of limitations. All of a sudden, she's a fucking licensed paralegal over here.
No, that's not fair. PTSD is suffered.
Yep.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing. You probably could take it to court, quite honestly, with everything that's been dug up from the past, and people coming out going, oh my God, the ruby slipped in my drink in the 80s. Like, you probably could.
On top of that, the woman who is suing the insurance company for the guy who gave her the STD. So first you get stood up, get ghosted, you get an STD, and you can sue them for all of that. All of that.
I need $2 million.
Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker, though. Don't have a kid with him because you ain't getting shit.
That's exactly the truth.
Stuff happens, but something real happens. You don't have to work hard and long.
Right.
That's
Right.
They get to Judge Judy. As long as you go to Maury, then you can get
you go to Judge Judy.
Anywhere else.
Who else?
Don't do it on your own.
Brown retired.
I think Mathis is still doing it.
Mathis, yeah, Judge Mathis will give you some money.
Judge Judy, maybe.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So guys, if you want to stop getting sued, make the baby. Make the baby.
Go ahead and have my food.
Unbelievable. What is?
Until they have intimidation rights and legalities, then no.
Right.
What about the donors, man?
Yo, this is gonna start a whole damn thing where people have. Okay, but you know what? Wait, hold up. I just got a great business plan for SafeWord. I'm just saying because this is gonna start a whole damn thing where people have to have communication basis beforehand. And contracts are gonna have to be signed.
Yeah.
Write your SafeWord contract today so you don't get sued for 10K.
Brought to you for 3 easy installments of $29.99. You too can have the SafeWord legitimate, legally binding contract to make sure that your open communication styles do meet the legal requirements necessary to not get sued.
That is an idea.
Clause. What is in that? What kind of litigation is going to happen with the clause? Beginning.
Right on top of it.
Right. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the patent office.
Right. What are we doing here? Shit, let's go.
Trademark the SafeWord contract. All right, so that's all I have for Hot Topics tonight. Did anybody else have anything wild in the news bring up?
What a sad day. Sad topics. It just made me cry.
I know. He does.
You win millions, you lose millions.
Yeah,
he does
once a month, Nate. So I'm gonna need you to get really used to this. He brings us really sad news at least once a month to where we're all just like,
Yo, be lucky.
Somebody may die.
Be lucky nobody died in the past week.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody may die.
All right, so let's get this show started. All right, like I said before, we didn't have a video this week, and we didn't have a video this week because we added a new team member. I'm sure you guys have paid attention and followed along and seen that, hey, there's a 4th square. So, there, there's a 4th square. So, we are just coming back like we do every time we add someone new or, hey, we are like, hey, you guys need to get to know us a little bit better because you're asking us crazy questions. So, I am going to put my SafeWord crew through the fire on their relationship styles and what they think. So it's going to be a little bit serious, but we're also going to have fun with our relationship styles. So I'll be leading some of these questions tonight and throwing the new guy into the mix. We've been here, we've done this before. Let's see how open we can get. All right. So this first question, I'm just gonna kick it off, start the show off right. We're gonna kick it to Kane. Okay. So be paying attention because this is everyone's question. I'm gonna go around about. All right. So, Mr. Kane, what do you think is the first thing that you notice that makes that person attractive to you?
Eyes.
And eyes? Okay.
Eyes.
So here, it's a 2-part question, so listen carefully, okay? Do you look for something specific, or are you just looking to pow and Thanks, girl, it's fine. Get your shoes on, go home.
So, I mean, I'm a male with 2 eyes, so I mean, I definitely notice like a figure, and I definitely have definitely am drawn to a certain, like voluptuous body style. So I mean, like that'll probably be like the first thing that I will notice out of the corner of my eye. But one of the things that I would say is like kind of a deal breaker is if you've got dead eyes, like I need some deep pools of thought to look into. So it's like I have something to focus on when I'm staring deeply into your face to make you feel like I have an affectionate, emotional, intimate connection with you. So yeah, like if you got those dead, cold, just like soulless eyes, yeah, it don't really fly that well.
Doesn't fly that well?
Nah.
But are you looking to just hit it and quit it? Or are you looking to keep it? What you looking to do?
For the most part, I'm in a stage of my life where we good?
Something specific. Yeah. Go ahead. I said, or something specific. Like something specific that you're looking for.
No, not necessarily nothing in particular. Like I said, I mean, I have a certain body style, like the voluptuous figure. I'm not too tied up into like if you can stimulate me in conversation, like then there's a lot of things that can make a person attractive to me. It's just if you're asking about like what's like first thing like love at first sight, yeah, it'd probably be like eyes, and you can't have like jacked up toes. Like if you got open toe shoes on and like that's definitely something I'm gonna notice. Yeah. Yeah. I got a foot fetish, so I mean, like, if you don't got good feet, I mean, it's like, all right, we might be able to have some fun, but like, I can't see, like, making something continuous.
Oh.
So pretty much you're saying you can compromise, but to take them seriously, they have to have, the toes have to be on point.
Yeah, I can compromise. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I can compromise, but if I'm looking for something serious, eyes and toes got to be on point.
Yeah, you can have a foot thing. Parents, you have the foot thing. You can suck on them like a choco taco, but take care of them. Cut the neck, clippers.
Yep.
A little wash every now and then. Scrape off the scales.
Yep. That's the big one. That's the big one.
Scales, damn. All right, and on that note, we're gonna kick it to a girl.
Okay.
Please lighten the load for us here, please.
Okay. So what do I look for? And is it a smash or pass, right? Okay.
Like what makes a person attractive to you? And then are you looking for something specific, or are you just in it to win it and be out? What you doing?
Well, I'm reformed, so I'm typically looking for somebody that I, get to know and see what's going on there. Not look for the smash and pass per se. But I do look for like a nice smile, like a very inviting face. Doesn't necessarily have to be the most.
Dahmer had an inviting face.
Have some type of energy that emits that person. I'm like, okay, you have an allure about you, or some type of magnetism that's like, okay, well, you look nice today. I don't know what it is.
Right. Something that drives you in.
If somebody works their initial approach, right? So you're at a club or a party or something, and somebody looks at you, and they do these like.
You said what? They do
Someone looks at you and does that. Doesn't look like, hey girl.
Smile.
No, not one of those. And then not one of those when they're just like coming up to you, like trying to corner you. Not one of those. Like more like okay, hey.
Just chill. Approach me like we friends.
Yes, don't look intimidated. Like confidence, but not overbearing. Not too pushy. Just like an allure. Someone open. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep practicing because I'm gonna get this.
Keep practicing.
Just an open allure, not aggressive, because people be mad aggressive. I'm like, okay, wait.
Hey, Knight, just heads up, man. This is coming to you next. But if you looked at me like that at a club, I'd be like,
Creeped. Yeah.
You see, like.
Ooh, okay, yeah. You had too much. All right, I'm gonna go this way.
You've gone through medical rocketry stuff, and I'm not into it. I'm about to dispel myself here. I'm trying to hit you with my face.
That way.
All right, no. But real question for the ladies right here. Real question. What, like, out of two guys, which one's more attractive to you? Somebody who is appearing very just like in the moment and not necessarily aloof, but just, like enjoying the vibe and like living in the moment, as opposed to somebody who is like looking like they're trying too hard, or like is there something like about somebody who looks out of place, or like looks uncomfortable, that kind of looks cute, or like, oh, look at them, like they're kind of adorable, they're so uncomfortable.
Okay, but I don't think you explained that right, because if there's somebody that's standing there that's looking shy, all right, I think Nastasha would probably entertain the idea, maybe. But if it's somebody over there going to trying too hard. That's different.
No, it depends. I'm gonna keep it real. It depends. It really depends. It's not a trying too hard. It's one thing to be like a, okay, I see you. You over there feeling the song like you feeling the song too. I see. It depends. Or if somebody's just in the moment, and I'm like, look at yes, I want to come mess with you because see, I'm a switch, so you can't really ask me nothing, really. So
You can't win.
Depends on what day it is.
You can't win. Just be yourself, guys. Good luck.
Exactly. That's what you want. Miss Sasha, just be yourself. Just be yourself.
Right. You know what to look for. You either get one of these, you get the. So just
This is why guys get nothing. Why they get
what
nothing.
about you, Mr. Roy? What would be
Well,
something?
no, hold on. I'm gonna kick it tonight because we're
Okay.
throwing him in the fire. We throwing him in the fire right now. So, Mr. Knight, this is your question now. Okay, what attracts you to a person? All right, and is it something specific? Are you looking for something specific? Are you looking to smash and pass? Like, what we doing?
Easy.
I'm gonna take big boobs for 200.
Yes, thank you very much. You hit the nail right on the head. There's an honest answer, okay, and there's the superficial answer. The superficial answer is the first thing I see, literally, is boobs. I mean, that's my height level, my line is just straight there, 24/7. Right?
I don't see your eyes.
Yeah, I don't see it. Look at the birds. And ultimately, I like to give. I'm like Will Smith. I'm a giver, lover. I like to make sure that people are happy. So when it comes to smash or pass or keep, let's say, I want to make sure that my customers are happy with the Choco Taco. And they want back for more Choco Tacos in the future. Now, the true answer, and this is the true answer, and I'm a little ashamed of it. I am a predator, and the person that I'm really attracted to is someone who I see have vulnerabilities.
Oh.
Because it's a way in. So if there's a group of girls, right, and there's the super hot one and the one that's all made up and she's Fendi and Gucci and all this other stuff, and the one that looks and you could tell in the eyes she had a bad relationship at some point, or maybe she's not the cutest one in the pack and she feels it and the friends kind of there's just some wound.
Wait, now I have a real question.
Hold up, real quick.
Wait, I have a real question, just real quick. Okay, so is it because of your own insecurities, like with approaches to women before and maybe some of the feedback that you've gotten? And so then that way it's a little bit easier because you know that person is going to be more giving than the really hot girl that's going to be like, yeah, okay, dude, you have money. No.
I find that the people who have a little bit of, let's say, life experience in the negative category, I could empathize more with them. Okay. And I find that attractive because I'm more successful in those situations than someone who is, 10 guys are circling her like sharks and her stuff don't stink. I would definitely am always more attracted to someone who I could empathize with and could properly reciprocate.
Someone you have a chance with, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like, she could be a free spirit, right? She could be She could be a hot chick, fake boobs, fake hair, everything. She could be known around as someone who's willing to give anybody a chance, and I wouldn't be attracted to that. I'd be attracted to maybe her friend who had maybe one boyfriend, shy, and boobs, but they don't have to be big. I'm saying they have to be there. I am not specific.
You just gotta have boobs.
Yeah, that's it.
And a pulse.
But it's like if it was a herd. Just bad analogy. If it was a herd,
You're just.
it's the one in the back that maybe had an injury at some point, and that's the one I would latch on to.
The one with the limp in the back? Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
No, but
God.
here's you know what's funny though is that Knight is not so far off from stuff that people practice within kink, because there is that whole predator prey thing, and it's a very real thing. You know what I'm saying? With even with or without the communication basis, people are they gravitate towards being either prey or a predator type of a person. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you can break it down and see how you are, like, that's cool. You know, I mean, that's
I
break it
look
apart.
for vulnerabilities. I look for someone who has. You could just tell. It's like I smell blood. I smell blood. I'm like,
Put blood in the water.
I'm like, that's been fat.
You're about to get an anonymous phone call from the Gentlemen's Association of Manhood telling you to quit fucking giving out trade secrets here. And
It's all about.
like you're gonna like they're in a country you can run to. Like there's a group of guys just lighting torches and grabbing some hay forks right now, going like, "Get that motherfucker! He's giving away all our secrets."
Because there are groups of guys that do that kind of thing, you know. So, but I'll take this one and maybe soften it a little bit, take it off the predator prey thing. Ooh, okay, that was heavy. That'll be season 3 if you want to learn about predator versus prey. All right. So
It'll be a red versus blue first because we got to talk now.
Answer that question.
All right. So for me, what attracts me to a person, it literally, honestly, I'm not looking. I'm sitting there like, once you open your mouth, it's either it ruins it for me, or I'm like, oh, hi. And you get more attractive the more you talk, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I can't honestly say with women, okay, because I am bi. With women, I'm a lot like Randall. I look at boobs. See boobs, you know. So I mean, yes, I mean, I can understand that in the whole predator thing. I don't go after the weakest one, but you know, like yes, okay, I'm not
Damaged.
But with men, for me, it's not like I'm standing around going, ooh yeah, and ooh yeah. I mean, I have my star that I look at, but even that, it's like it's more of an act. It's like, yeah, I would ooh and just but then like if he was in front of me, I'd be like, and can you do math? Can you tell me a complicated science?
I'm a rock.
Tell me some
Harden immersion me right now, please.
No. No. Tell me something interesting. No.
Right, yeah. And it's like, okay, look. I got a thing for Jason Momoa and The Rock. Now, if they stood in front of me and they would be as ugly as hell to me. I'd be like, ha! This is great.
So
we boys now.
as a follow-up, would a good pickup line work on you?
No. I'm a lot like Sasha in that aspect, to where if you're going to approach me normally. Approach me just. I find it endearing and kind of cute when a guy is kind of embarrassed, or like, you know, he's like coming up to shoot a shot and he don't feel like he can really talk to you, and he's like,
hey, when they're like,
hi.
you're so cute.
Like,
Don't be shy, don't cry. It's okay.
For real. That nerdy thing gets me.
I love my joy, okay?
Yep.
I'm a little
That
confused.
every time.
Because,
So-
I could have sworn I heard the not me. Okay,
Oh.
maybe not you guys in specific, but I could have sworn I heard female type saying, "I love a man with confidence."
Yeah, I heard that too. I was gonna bring it up.
That's not everybody though.
That was me. I asked that question earlier, and it was, you know, the more confident you were, the better off they were. But now it's like if they're a little bit shy, that's cute too. So
Okay, wait. Courtney. All right, because Miss Sasha hit the nail on the head with that. It's to repeat what you were just saying.
Yeah, like a man can come off confident and still be coy and not be too overbearing about it, not peacocking. You could be confident and shy. Like a woman could be confident and coy and give you like Marilyn Monroe. Let's say Marilyn Manson. Like Marilyn Monroe, she was very confident. She was so coy. Or even Anna Nicole, like you know they weren't dumb. Or even Paris Hilton could give you that allure of flop, but there's a confident person there.
Okay, so
So,
for
like-
me, it's So for me, it's completely different. Okay, there's a level of confidence that you can see in someone's eyes. Like if they know you well enough, they are a man. They know what they do. They they're not going to bend or fold on that. But they're shy. They're a nerd. They've been into books. They don't really know how to talk to women. I'm all about that. I would rather that than some guy like, hey girl, yeah, so can I get your number though? Cause you looking kind of thick between the thighs. Can I get up in there? I'm just
Okay,
saying.
let me put a question to you, Mr. Lloyd. So there's a confident in like a guy who's like, I'm confident that I can do stuff. I'm a boss. I do my stuff, but not really like overbearing with that towards a woman. So it's like seeing them being confident and just being a good person is almost attractive because they're not like, yeah, you like this. I'm like,
Where they make them at?
I know a few. It's like they're dope and they know they're dope, but they don't realize they're hot. Just like that girl who's
Right.
hot.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
You hear this, King?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear this fuckery.
No, I can totally see that. I can totally see that. They don't know they're hot, but they have confidence because of who they are and what they do. Got it.
Hey,
Yeah, no,
real
that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you have confidence within yourself.
real
It
quick.
doesn't necessarily mean that you have that confidence to
So you
even think that you can pull a chick.
What game and fish office did y'all get your unicorn tag from? Like, where the hell are you guys going to hunt?
Come here. Let me get you before you know you're hot.
Wait,
I don't.
All right, so
this kind
hold
of
up.
crap approaches me
Recording.
at the grocery store while I'm trying to grab milk.
Real quick, we got a comment from Roy when we started asking the question, and he commented that he would say either big hair, because the bigger the hair, the closer to God, but that is actually his fetish. So smile or how kind you are. So
how you treat other people. Yes.
our listener with the heart of gold, man, I love this guy just for the contrast that he brings to our shenanigans.
Right. All right. So I've got
That's a good point. Because that's for me like that's a turn off. If you're not kind, you could be the hottest person in the world.
Right. Yep.
But if I see you treat other people like dirt,
Yep. Okay, and I think that's something that the entire cast has in common is like you got to be kind. Like, we get into this relationship and all of a sudden you switch on me. Oh no, it's a dundada. Like if you're not nice.
It's like you don't get confused between being assertive and being rude.
Right.
So
Right. That piece.
that's where if you can draw that fine line, we can talk. If you can't, then hey, it was nice looking at you.
Yeah, you were pretty.
I could have had a crush on you for 8 years from junior high school, and it's not like you're rude to a homeless person. I mean, okay, all right, But I'm just saying, when there's no reason for you not to be kind, and you make your choice, done.
Exactly. All right, so I'm gonna take this a little bit more sexual here, guys. You guys ready?
Let's go.
All right. What are your turn-ons? Mr. I'm throwing you in the fire first. Go ahead.
Sexual turn.
Please redeem yourself from the predator prey and catching the fucking girl with the bum leg in the back of the group.
I doubt it's gonna get better from there.
Now, this is it's actually a really tough one because like everybody's different, but I have a particular thing called alexithymia, and alexithymia is a disconnect from your emotion and your physiological response. So if people experience like happiness and they can't help but smile, I don't need to. My face does nothing. I could be happy. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I love it. My face does nothing, right? So it used to be that a lot of relationships, women would try to be like, oh, does this feel good? They would try to touch here or they'd try to tickle, and it does nothing. So this for me, right, the sexual turn on was never anything physical. I could do that myself, like I said, boobs, right? So it was always how invested somebody was. I would feed off of them. So the more they were turned on, I was turned on.
Okay, all right.
How much work I had to do because if they weren't enjoying it, I wasn't enjoying it. So it's all really based on them.
Okay, all right.
And that's kind of
What are some of your turn-ons? Hold on. What are some of your turn-ons?
Okay, so my turn-ons are like sensual aggression.
Sensual aggression. Explain it to me. Like, what do you mean by that?
Okay, so there's like aggression where it's like very hard and very rough and like No, like sensual aggression is very like soft, but then it's firm at the same time, and then it like it's almost like
So like a gentle rough play.
I don't know. It's just
Like a gentle rough play. So where you can go back, you can switch between sensual to like pinning your hands down, and then it's like yeah girl, and then just and then that kind of thing.
Like flow of energy, like giving and taking that. No, just flow. That's definitely a turn on.
So it looks like on and off, right? So a little bit, and then harder, soft, harder,
Almost
soft.
edging, kind of like
Pretty much, it's like someone else control and then like kind of snapping back out of it and then taking control. Yeah, like
I like it. I like it. Back and forth. We got back and forth, and we've got what you do, girl. If you turned on, I'm turned on. Okay, Mr. Kane. What you got? What you got? What's your turn on?
So
Let the women know.
So as far as like a superficial aspect, like a huge turn on for me is like light eyes and dark hair. I'm a sucker for light eyes and dark hair. Like blue eyes, black hair, golden. More often than not, though, that seems to come with a bitchy attitude, so I haven't found one of those unicorns yet. But I'm also very I find complexion very appealing, and it's not necessarily in like I'm attracted to certain skin tones, but just like a good, even, fair, contrasting complexion. So it's like if you dress accordingly to like your skin tones, like if you can create a contrast like that kind of sticks out, stands out, I'll notice you. Like something like you can pick out of a crowd is like that's something I'll notice and pick up on.
You like gothic girls then? So someone who's very
Nah.
pale wears.
No. What I was gonna say is like a girl that's like, let's say, golden brown, tan, bronze, and she's wearing a bright orange dress and it makes her skin pop. Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't necessarily lean towards one like ethnicity over the other, but like if you like love me a nice, beautiful, like dark complexion with like either like gold or maroon. Like if you have like a gold bangle on and like a really bright maroon or like a burgundy top, I feel like that creates like a really warm, inviting contrast. And so
Into the eye.
yeah, and like to me that's something visually appealing.
So if it's like an orangey red, they do like the olives and orange, sherbets and stuff that really complements and makes their features stand out.
Because I can honestly admit, like there were some people like I never really had an attraction to until I saw them, dress a certain way or like wear a certain color, and it was just like, oh, now they kind of pop. So, like
outside of their work, so you can be like, hey, hold on.
yeah.
Yeah, like that. Okay. See, I can relate to that. All right, cool. I was like,
Yeah.
So like
yes, and all of a sudden they pretty. Hold up, wait.
All of a sudden they pretty. Look at y'all.
like a nice like a good tan Latina with like some green or teal, that kind of pops for me. If your complexion's a little bit paler and you do like a deep blue, like for some reason that kind of stands out for me. You know me, I like eyes, and a good smile, like a good, like, hate to be kind of shitty about it, but like good teeth.
Yeah. No, it's a thing. That's a thing. That ain't shitty. That's a thing, and that's your attraction level.
Oh, the UK. Oh, come on.
And honestly, it's kind of like one of my guilty pleasures. I don't know what it is, but it's like if a girl has ears that stick out through her hair, for some reason that's like,
Else?
yeah, like
Guys who like that, because I had a friend, her ears stick out like Miss Potato Head, and she had boyfriends who literally were like, I love your ears.
So you like Wendy? All right, you like Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big jumbo
And
ears.
I have a friend whose ears stuck out like Miss Potato Head. I'm like, oh. You're just like, yes,
Not
like
even lie.
Wendy.
She had a Dorito shake ass head too.
So here's a question. Here's a question then, as an example. So Camille Vasquez from Johnny Depp trial, right?
okay.
Her look. What clothes would you put her in?
What she wears.
Like what she was wearing? What she was wearing?
Yeah.
normally that's your thing, or how? Because I don't know if you know what she looks like, but from your description, right? We can use her as a baseline. 'Cause I think most people knows what she looks like at this point. So what clothes would you put her in that would say this is it for me?
You know what? Honestly, if I were to take her out on a date and she showed up like in a deep purple or a violet, I think that would probably like stand out. Like, ooh, like okay, all right, we came to play. All right, we know what we're doing here.
You wore the right color. So, girls, if you just wear the right color, Kane will like you.
And
Well, and so like, and it's not necessarily.
it's completely opposite of you're rough, and then you're gentle, and then you're shy, but you're confident, and then you have money, but you don't act like it, and then you may.
Like, if you want to get with the SafeWord crew, there's some credentials you have to meet.
So one of the other things that I find oddly attractive and is like kind of a turn on for me, and I don't know exactly, you know what, my cousin introduced me to this concept, and I never really realized that I thought of it as attractive until he pointed it out, and then I was just like, yeah, that is kind of attractive. I don't know what it is, but if you've got like that tooth,
The snaggle tooth?
no, like the tooth that kind of grows like over another tooth, just on one side.
That's a snaggle tooth, yeah.
Dude, hey.
Yeah, so it's like for.
Little shark tooth.
And I think that kind of goes a little bit in line with like what Knight was saying with like the whole like if you pinpoint an insecurity, it's kind of like something that you can be tender about and be a little bit more open to and be able to like get past that point of their guard. Because people like that are already self-conscious, already have a complex surrounding it. If you can make them comfortable about their complex or their insecurity, then you've already kind of got like a leg up or at least a foot in the door.
That is so like manipulative.
Is it though?
It's like, okay, so it's like little stuff like that.
There's a woman suing a guy for $10,000 for standing her up on a date, and you want to call me manipulative because I'm pinpointing an insecurity?
I'm like, that is so cute. You have a little lip.
That's also manipulative.
Yeah.
That's also be like, oh, look at you. Oh, you got such big muscles. Look at you. You must work out. That's also manipulative.
No, it's not. I would never.
Hell yeah, it is!
Oh, dang. You feeding the ego. You feeding the beast.
Alright,
Maybe to a 2-year-old.
Courting. Okay, just because I haven't said what my turn-ons are, does anybody want to know? I mean, we can move on.
I thought you was everything.
We don't have to say my turn-ons, it's fine. Well, and so like if we're taking turn-ons from a purely attraction level, like across a room, or because we could take this somewhere totally else. Because like if we're taking this somewhere totally else and the door is closed, I'm a freak. There's a lot of turn-ons.
You said specifically. You said sexual turn on. What gets the blood?
Like what? Behind a closed door?
You said sexual turn-ons. That was this
Okay,
is.
cool. All right, cool. So, I have a thing for imperfections. So the teeth thing, there's a thing there for me. And I recently realized that I have something for noses. Like I like a big nose. I don't know what that is. Like there's something about a big nose on the. It's gotta be shaped right, but there's a big nose on the. Okay, but like towards me, I got spots. That are just like you can touch them, breathe on them, go, and I go wah. So yeah, and that's as far as I'm getting.
Special buttons located around the body.
I got buttons. I like the edging. I like the foreplay. I like the build up too. Like don't just one and done me. Like if I wanted that, like I said, I get approached in the grocery store if I wanted, But I like the build. I like the build. I like the takeaway. I like the build again. I like the takeaway. I like that or like the quickie and we don't get to do much and it's like God damn I want you all fucking can't do shit.
Right.
That yes.
It's only a 1-hour flight. We don't.
Like I would love somebody that'll be like get me right there and then just be like. Hey, that was nice. No, I'm not. I gotta go make myself a sandwich. I'm like, what?
Make myself a sandwich. No, not make myself a sandwich.
All right, so we talked about turn-ons, so it's only right that we talk about turn-offs, and we got a couple of them already. But I'm gonna kick this to Sasha first because we haven't started with the girl first yet. So, Miss Sasha, some of your turn off, some things that are definitely like, okay, I was attracted to you, and now,
Someone who's pushing their agenda off on me without even communicating or asking, like something. Oh my God, you took me on so much. Like, Brett, like I bet you, like, can we get through dinner? Like, I don't. Or someone like trying to like claim me. I don't know. Just unwarranted or uncommunicated aggression, like, or like, I don't know.
Being too in your face one minute, the next minute they're like, you're mine.
Right, like you're trying to like force me into like being a part of your like. Wait, talk about this here. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
Like, oh, you're mine. We're doing this.
Like, I'm talking to you listening. That sounds like it to me. You mine.
No, well, I had people be like, well, like, you're my like girlfriend, or like we're together. I'm like, wait, hold on, wait, because I've agreed to eat with you does not mean that I'm yours.
Wait, has anyone ever done that after one date?
Yes.
What?
Done what?
For me, yes.
What, claim you?
Yeah, after one date.
On date one, I've had someone invite me somewhere, our first time going out, and then we show up and we're meeting their friends, and all of a sudden I feel a hand on the small of my back. Mind you, we're out of town, hour and a half out of town. This was like, yeah, like just kind of like in my personal space, and then later on we're having a drink, and this person said, yeah, I texted her and I told her I'm bringing my girlfriend. I'm like, bruh, this just invited me. So.
I just met you like 24 hours ago. Like, what?
It hasn't even been like, oh, we talk all the time to like get to know each other and keep in touch, and then like, hey, let's go hang out. No, it wasn't even that. Like, just randomly, hey, do you want to go do this? And then you invite me, girl.
Is that really like he thought you were his girl, or he was just using you to show up to his friends?
Nope. I don't know. No,
Doesn't matter. It was a turn off either way.
Yeah,
no, like,
was a turn off. Exactly. Well, okay, so
I
now
have a whole video of my phone of this person like telling me like, oh my God, I can't wait to like, oh my God, like I left to the bathroom and it's a video on my phone. And this person like talks to me like, hey, it's me.
I know you're in the bathroom right now, but I was just thinking about.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Oh, yeah.
Something happens to me. Oh my God, the craziest stuff. And I'm arrested as soon as you're in my face, like you're mine. I'm like,
Okay, so this is a two-part question because the turnoffs also go to behind closed doors. What's a turnoff behind closed doors? And don't give me this aggressive thing because then you're contradicting yourself. Give me something different. What's a turnoff in the bedroom?
Nothing.
Jesus.
I'm up for late.
Come on. Hygiene, hair.
Someone who's shy.
What about bad breath?
Oh, of course, bad breath, bad hygiene. You don't know how to receive. If you can't go with the flow or take some kind of call and response, and you're so in your head to where you can't kind of go with the flow.
Just play in the scene. Yeah.
Yeah,
just play in it
like
instead of doing
go a
something
little bit.
good.
Like, no, just let me. I'm like, wait, no, okay, this don't work like that. Like, this needs to be playful. You're being a little too rigid right now.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I feel that works because I've been in situations like that where it's just robotic and it's like, are you good? I mean,
like you can feel like they're going through steps in their head to make sure these things are hit to make sure they get off.
Like,
to like, okay,
2000. Gotcha.
yeah.
First,
Don't be in the moment
go
here.
on neck. Next, rub shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no. Right here, do this. It's like, okay, bro. Like, okay.
There's too many directions in this bedroom. Did I need an instruction pamphlet before I came in here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very stale. I can't do it.
All right, Mr. K, you were too quiet for me, so it's coming to you next. What are some of your turn-offs, both as an attraction thing and behind closed doors?
Turn offs at an attraction level. Smoking.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah, I can agree with that one.
I can deal with the chick who smokes, like the good stuff. I can deal with the chick who likes to enjoy a cigar every now and again, but I can't deal with like a cigarette smoker.
Was that always the thing, or did it grow into like I can't do this anymore?
I think it was always a thing. Like I got with one chick one time who happened to be a smoker, and there are certain things that I like to do behind closed doors that are affected by, like pH balances get affected by smoking cigarettes, and it was not an enjoyable experience. So that's definitely like smoking's the biggest turnoff for me. And then like just superficial like bad hygiene, dirty feet. Not like I can't vibe with a chick who isn't like has a really bad issue with cleanliness. Like not even so much on a hygiene level, but like if you go over to a chick's house and she's just got shit strewn all over the place, like
Okay.
I was gonna call you back, but this just turned in. I'm here. It's happening, but it's the only time it's happening.
Right. It's like I feel like I need to come over and clean, not come over and fuck. I'm sorry.
Like I got OCD with cleaning, so it's like if I go to a chick's house and she's like got a dirty place, like then yeah, I'm gonna have that behind closed doors. Like my mind ain't gonna be like in the moment. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna clean your counters, girl.
You get the bed or the couch. The couch is kind of clean.
If I don't want to put my stuff down, it's a problem.
You can ignore all of that.
I'm finding a pattern here with Knight. He's like, I want the one with the mangled leg that's bleeding, wounded, so that I can throw her on the dirty couch. I don't care if anything's here. We're gonna do this shit, and you're gonna come back for more, okay?
It's not
That's
that.
not right.
Although that may happen once or twice. Not
All right,
that.
so now I'm kicking it to you. What are your turnoffs?
Ooh, you like I said, because my turn-ons are based on your turn-ons. The turn-offs are a bit harder.
Okay.
If we're talking physically, like Kane had said, for example, because I had made a lot of tolerances and exceptions to that case. So I've been places where the apartment was trashed. I've been in situations where the hygiene was not at a, let's say, acceptable social standard.
No, that's when I walk out. What?
And I pull that behind me.
It starts to smell
I'm not proud of it, people. It's happened.
Well, I said I got work to do. I put on my hat. It's like it's game time. Let's go.
You are indeed a true predator, sir. My hat's off to you.
I don't like it. It's the situation.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay.
It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to turn me off. Let's say that. It's pretty hard.
All right. So like with most of the cast and crew, my turnoffs is the hygiene thing. And I've got another one. And God, I wish we had our sound deck. But let's just say it's if you refer to your member as a rooster, we have a problem. Houston, we have a mother problem. Like that'll shut it down for me. Okay? Like the moment you're like, yeah, take this. Yeah.
That what? It doesn't. It's the.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. Ew. And the way they say it, the tone.
So would you prefer? Oh, like, here's Mr. Happy.
You know what? If we have that kind of playful relationship, yes, call it Mr. Happy. But here's the deal: it would probably be, the D, the D, like call my D. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've even had guys call it correctly and go, yes, take this penis, and that's a yeah, no.
Oh no. Or
No,
pee or pump. I'm sorry.
I'm like, all right, where's my shoes?
Or let's hump. You want to hump? We'll do it. No.
Do it. Y'all.
I'm okay with hump. I'm okay with do it, but you call your thing King Rooster and yeah and nope. No. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It depends on how you say it. Like, if you say let's hump in a certain way, then I can do it. But it's like,
Right.
no, not when you
No.
say it with 12-year-olds.
You know, no, I can't. I don't think I can vibe with hump just because like that's what everybody would always say like back in middle school and high school. So it's like if a girl was just like you, like I want you to hump me, like, nah, I'm cool, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, hold on. With that, I'm throwing in a wild card question real quick because and I'm gonna put myself in the fire first, okay? All right. Did you at any point in time before you got well versed in sexual exploration say something in the bedroom that would you wouldn't say now, okay? What I used to say. Let's see if I can make this PC for YouTube. Put it in my, and then you know there's like a hole in the ground and the green grass grows all around. Yeah, but just without the green grass growing all over the hole. Yeah, and so I would literally say that, and I remember being this way back when, like married, Kay, with my husband, and he's looking at me going, "Put it in your where." That's not sexy. There's nothing hot about that, like not at all. And so then I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, what should I call it? It is a hole. Like, yeah. So that was my like embarrassing moment, and I did it for a couple months before I realized that it was not like a sexy thing to say.
No, that's his fault. If you said put it in the drainage.
But calling it a hole, you know,
Whatever
it's a
hole. Hole. There's a band called Hole. Come on.
I knew a chick one time who used to call it her oyster ditch.
Oh no! What?
That
Okay, I don't feel so bad anymore. I don't feel so.
Are you kidding? I mean, where the pearls at?
I had a chick one time tell me that, you know, she wanted something to do with the oyster ditch, and I was like, at first I was a bit confused. I was just like, wait, like we're getting seafood now? Wait, is that what you? Aw, damn it!
I'd be all over that.
Okay, all right.
Here.
We're gonna keep it going around in this circle here. Miss Sasha, I see you smiling. Was there something that you used to say that you're like, I would never now, but I didn't know no better, and it really wasn't that sexy? You don't know? You don't got one?
I think I said anything that I don't think I said anything back in the day that I would not say now.
Did you say something back in the day that would you cringe now? Like, oh shit, I said that
like
one time.
Cringe, like, oh, I shouldn't have. Ugh.
Oh, ever saying the D word, the daddy word? Ew.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I can agree with that one because I've done that. And you're like, why? Why did I?
Crazy.
Oh, one thing I would never do that I do now that I did is just say something because somebody said it, or like you do a call and response when someone's talking. No, I may fuck around and leave. Like, you gotta stop asking me that. I'm just not about to answer. You like this? Oh, shut up.
How's it doing down there? You need to
I don't know, maybe.
If you're talking, you ain't eating.
How's your own?
My mouth ain't full.
It takes a special person to be getting that, so no frivolous daddies ever.
That's cool enough for you.
All right, Mr. Knight. Is there something cringeworthy that you used to say that you're just like, yeah?
Nope. I say what I said now with the same thing I said then, and I am proud of it.
Like, I don't even doubt it. Okay, moving on.
Agreed.
I don't doubt it. I agree with you, sir. I ain't even gonna press no further. Okay. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to go back to something that Roy had said, because he was, when we were talking about like turnoffs, he goes, I've been single for 32 years and there's no turnoffs, and they put a bunch of laughing faces. He said, but seriously, I would say religion. Like if you ain't Christian, it ain't happening. So, you know, we love our love. Go ahead.
You are missing out because do you want to know the crazy shit Buddhists scream in bed? You are missing out.
Buddhist. Buddhist.
There's some avatars out there that are into some weird shit. So.
Have you ever been with a chick doing a style that's similar to what you see on the Discovery Channel and hear her scream Vishnu? That is the shit.
Boy,
That is the shit. Let me tell you, you are missing out.
you need to.
I didn't realize that you just, like not screaming oh my god was like that. Like I thought that was the culmination of everything, at one point too, until I heard Vishnu. I was like, ah.
I win, as I do in all things.
Yo, like a little scream popped up at the bottom of my life bar saying achievement unlocked, like just.
We're not asking you to marry, right? We're just saying,
I gotta go.
if they're praying a spaghetti monster in the sky and they're like, oh, me, balls, you know what I'm saying? It's just.
All right, so now I'm gonna kick you out a more serious question here, okay? So
Hold up.
Put your thinking caps on here.
So hold up. You didn't ask me if I have any cringeworthy things that I used to say.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. Okay, my bad. I totally skipped you. My bad. Go ahead, Mr. Payne.
All right, so I've got two things that to this day I like. I shudder, and as soon as you asked the question, I was like, damn it. So I got with a chick one time who I thought was in my weird adolescent mind, I thought it would be rude to refer to her chest region as anything other than, by its proper name. And so, yeah, so in the heat of the moment, I said that, there was something a particular thing that I wanted to do to her breasts, and killed the whole vibe, killed the moment.
Yeah.
So that's, believe it or not, that's number 2.
Oh, okay. All right. So what's number 1?
All right. So number 1, I don't know how detailed I can get with it, but so we're all familiar, like we run a sex podcast and everything. So I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard the term, showers and growers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I am a Latin male. I do not show, I grow. So for some reason, I thought at the time that it would be sexy, attractive, it would be a turn on to tell a girl I wanted to grow inside her.
Oh.
Looking back on it, I immediately regretted it, and to this day, I sit there and just like if I could go back and just sit there and look at myself, I'm just dumbass.
We want to grow together. Like, I want to grow inside your head.
Let's grow. Why are we growing?
The details of that story will be available on a Red vs. Blue coming to Patreon soon, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. My number 1 biggest regret was, yeah.
I don't have a
If you
problem.
don't know what a Red versus Blue is, these two are going to be going head to head, just like the Hot Girl Pop-Ups do. They're going to be going head to head and deep diving on some stuff from the male's perspective. So make sure that you're tuning into our social medias and stuff so that you know when that Patreon's up and running. All right, so getting to a serious question here. All right, what are some red flags that you make you notice that you maybe need to get out of that relationship?
Possessive, controlling, insecure.
Yeah, I'm just insecure. All right.
So like I can't vibe with a person who doesn't trust me being alone for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's like if I say I'm gonna run to the grocery store, and you sitting there talking about like it takes 2 minutes to drive to the grocery store, 7 minutes to get to that aisle, maybe you take 5 minutes at checkout, and then 3 minutes to drive home. If there's traffic, why are you 10 minutes late? Because I was late. Shit, I was playing Pokemon Go or something. Like, chill.
Okay, I stopped to enjoy life, look up at the sky, okay, and
Maybe I sat in the driveway for 10 minutes because I don't want to deal with. No, I'm just playing.
No, yeah, for real. How many times have you done that, fella? Come on now.
So I know that Miss Sasha got some red flags. Come on now, red flags in a relationship that would make you go, okay, maybe I need to exit this one.
Just patterns of manipulative tactics, inconsistency, being secretive. I'm very open, so like anytime somebody's trying to be secretive or switching up their routines. You have to like guess about what's going on. Yeah, I
Well,
can't.
how long is it to last? Because there was a situation where someone said the exact same thing. Her man was being secretive, and it turns out he was planning a special event for her, and she had ended up sleeping with his friend because she thought he was cheating.
Oh.
I mean, there's ways to be.
I told you not to tell
I don't know,
anybody.
maybe she was sizing too, so that was two things. I don't know.
But you
yeah,
definitely show was going secretive.
but, okay, being secretive around a time where like I could put two and two together. Maybe I'm more socially inept than some other people. I could put two and two together, but like just out of nowhere, like your attitude change, or being distant, hiding your phone, sticking it under your pillow instead of leaving it on the, nightstand,
Yeah.
So basically, everything in Destiny's Child, say my name.
no, this one's a big one for me. Right here. Ready? When
Yeah.
before, you used to sit your phone up like that, but now you setting it on the counter like that. Why?
I got a new phone.
And every
Now
time
I'm
you're like,
first, I'm like, here, I'm forgetting I have a phone. Answer my phone, please.
What the hell Domino's doing calling you?
Just move everything. Or even doing some different stuff in bed that's totally like off key, like this, like we ain't even talked about this. We can talk about some stuff. Hold on now. Or them not being turned on to certain things anymore without a conversation. You're used to that.
Roy, I got you. I will send me your friend request. I got you. We can do this.
Roy's on fire.
Roy's on it tonight.
Oh goodness, because he said, Kane, look me up on Pokemon Go. Just so y'all know. That's what he was responding to. Yeah, because Roy's sitting there like, add me on Pokemon Go. All right, Mr. Knight, what are some red flags that you would see in a relationship that would make you go, okay, I think it's time that
This is because I look for the red flags before the relationship to avoid it. So let's say I look for those flags, I didn't see them, I'm in a relationship, and then what would come up and be like, okay, this is time to go. For me, it has a lot to do with if someone had changed, because obviously this was about my privacy. I generally am an introvert. It's hard to believe. So there's certain moments where I need privacy. I just need to close the doors, shut the blinds, turn off the lights, and just be in my own world.
Right.
And for someone to sort of not understand, like just the concept of having to check in. Like I understand if I'm gone somewhere and I'm like, oh, is he safe? Or I've been away all day, but like I've been at like hanging out with dudes, and every 5 minutes they gotta check the phone. Oh, it's my girl, or wait, I have to call my wife. I'm like, can you not just enjoy the time we have a couple hours here? We're bowling or something. You're just like, what is this? It's your turn. You're holding up the lane.
Holding up the game. Talking to your wife. God dang it.
So, once
All right.
that level, it's just like, I'm sorry, we gotta go.
Okay, and I mean, I pretty much am in agreement with most of the cast. It's and like I said, it's that phone thing. Like, honestly, I look for the red flags before I get into a relationship. But then when I'm in one and things start to change, okay, because I don't get into a relationship with somebody unless I am extremely connected to that person. And so when that connection level leaves, the intimacy leaves, the sex leaves, the phone starts flipping over. Those are all red flags for me. And I'm like, okay, all right. I get the hint. Gotcha. So it's just like it's an unspoken thing that I'm done, but maybe not willing to let you go yet. So for me, when the communication and the connection then separates, it's like, okay, well, there's no working it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? So those are red flags for me.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I got a huge red flag.
What's that?
Here's something like, if you ever utter this, it's like, we could be the most connected, pair. It could be the best relationship I've ever had. But the second this gets uttered, I am like, why?
N-word.
N-word.
Believe it or not, I've never been called that. Weird. chicks who like to like joke but not really about cutting your shit off.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no,
Well, yeah, no, that's a no. And I'm sorry, women, I have to agree with him on that one. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Don't be like, I'm gonna cut your shit off. No.
Like
Go ahead.
that actually happened. There was a lady. There was a lady. Everybody knows her name, Lorena Bobbitt.
Yep.
Yeah.
To this day, and that was ages ago.
Yeah.
Ages ago.
So it's like that. No, we ain't playing. Like that ain't a joke. That
No,
ain't funny.
don't play no more. This ain't funny. Like, not
Hey.
even as a joke. It's really not. Like, and if you have a connection with somebody, you shouldn't be joking like that.
Or
Or you should at least know if your partner can joke like that or not. You know what I mean?
or
There's a lot
all of
relationships
us.
where people talk like that to each other, but
One of the other red flags that I seem to notice more often is like, yo, I got some friends that I like to hang out with and everything, and so it's like that's kind of upfront, you know, in the beginning, you know, just talking, texting back and forth, all that jazz. I got friends that I hang out with, you know, so like, hey, it's not uncommon for me to, you know, just go hang out with the boys, have a dude's night, stuff like that. And so if you're cool with that in the beginning, and then later on, all of a sudden, start building resentment towards, you know, I don't see it so much as like you trying to separate me from my friends, so much as you having a hang up over something you're doing wrong that you're projecting on me.
Yes, yes, yes.
okay, so I'm gonna piggyback on that one because that's a big thing for me, and I meant to say this because a lot like Mr. Knight over here, I like my privacy. Like if you ever pick up my phone and start going through my fucking phone without asking me, we have a problem because why don't you trust me? What's the deal? Like talk to me about it. Like what? Or you trying to be secretive and go through my stuff? I ain't got nothing to hide. So if you want to see it, I'll show you my phone. But don't disrupt my privacy and the things like there's just sometimes where I don't want to share everything. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm talking to my mom. Maybe I'm talking to my kids. Maybe my brother, whatever. And I just don't want to start. Right,
Yeah.
right. And people need their space to be their own person and have their own lives. You know, just because you're with somebody does not mean that you own that person. You know, that person was a person before they came into the relationship. They should still be a person within the relationship. So, yeah. I just want to piggyback on that.
I do everything together. That is a turn off. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, leave out a lie.
So something that I got to bring up, and it's like I just really got to give like a big kudo to my dad. I call him my dad. He's, you know, technically a stepfather, but you know, like I don't. When you a man and you there and you're present and you're committed enough, like your dad. So I got to give a big shout out to my dad because like I didn't really have like that much of a positive like male role model in my life growing up aside from my grandfather. And so my grandfather was much older and had like a very older, very masculine way of thinking. And that was, you know, the mentality that I grew up with until I met this individual. I don't want to throw his name out there. We'll just call him Big C for right now. But he had an ex, and she developed the same like autoimmune deficiency as like a lot of people suffer from, and he actually was, you know, there for her and was like, you know, talked to my mother about it, was very upfront with her, saying like, look, there's nothing, you know, like she's still, you know, the mother of some of my children, so despite, you know, our history, despite, you know, our relationship not working out, I do still harbor a friendly relationship and a fondness for this person. And right now she's going through a very difficult time. She doesn't have anybody there for her. And so he was really upfront with it. He never was private about it. But there were certain things like, you know, like she would confide in him that he would address with, you know, his partner, my mother, and say, look, there's something that she asked me not to tell you. I need you to trust me that it doesn't have anything to do sexually, but there's just some things that she's, you know, confiding in me that she asked me not to, you know, disclose to anybody else. And at the beginning of it, you know, like I was the one who was getting the messages like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, do you think? And I'm like, you know, you really just got to respect that aspect of privacy within their dynamic. And I was very careful to call it a dynamic instead of a relationship, so that way she didn't take it the wrong way. But I just got to say, like, Aurora mentioning, you know, like, I'm not that private of a person. If you want to see my phone, ask me. I don't have anything to hide, but I do cherish my privacy. So I think that's, like, huge and would be one of those big violations of red flags where it's like, I don't trust you enough that I'm going to be secretive about how I spy on you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So, moving on with these questions. All right. So this is a little bit more, and I think I know I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get with this, but I want to ask you guys both, everyone individually. Okay. Do you think it's important to impress your partner's family and or friends? And is it like separate? Like, do you think it's more important to impress their friends, more important to impress their family, or is it both? Or you're just like, screw that. As long as this person likes me, fuck everyone else.
Who?
Oh, Miss Sasha, go ahead. I see your face. Go ahead.
I can make a good impression. I wouldn't necessarily say impress. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way.
Ooh, you're cutting out.
Like,
Yeah, wait, say that again?
I ain't gonna do all that. But
Hold on.
I
Hold on. You cut out real bad. So start it over, just because like that whole beginning part was cut.
well, I wouldn't like be performing. Like, let me like do some research and figure out who you guys are and like get in all the good graces. But I would definitely be polite and kind so I can make more of a lasting impression on the family. The friends I don't really like care about per se. I'm gonna be me. You're gonna hate. It'll be like up to my partner if you care so much about their opinion of me and you're not seeing, because some friends are haters. So I don't, so if you can't get like and you're being haters because like I treat you good and you don't really need them and dude, you never ran, you're girl, you always want to be with your girl. Like, okay, I'm sorry, like
Yeah,
that ain't
well.
my problem. He happy, he home.
All right, so not so much with the friends. You gonna be you, and they have to accept you for who you are. But what about like with family, like his mom? Let's say he's a mama's boy. Let's say he's a mama's boy. Let's say that he's really attached to his mama, his family, right? Would you think then it would be more like I need to impress his mama too? Sorry, I asked that question. I just got the mom eye from hell.
Ooh.
Wait, say that one more time.
Mama's be
Right, yeah, mom is jealous. They do. Yep. That's true. Okay, all right. Yep, because we can't hear you. All right, so Mr. Kane, do you think it's important to impress your significant other's friends and or family or both? Same question.
So for me, it's like I believe along the same lines as what Sasha said, where it's I'll be myself. Like if I'm not impressive enough being me, then I'm not gonna go out of my way to try and win over somebody who already isn't going to is already being disapproving, or they're already putting so much of a stigma towards like, oh, like my friends have to like you. And it's like, well, if they don't, then you're going to take your friend's opinion over what we've built together. So,
Right.
Speaking from the opposite end, putting the shoe on the other foot, like I don't want to call myself a mama's boy, but I do have, a pretty strong, decent relationship with my mother. And I do take her opinion seriously, but I also am my own person, have my own life, have my own opinions, and believe that like if my mother doesn't like you doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. It just means that my mother's picky. So
Right, exactly.
I won't invest so much of my thought into, oh, if my mom doesn't like you, then it probably won't work out. No, because I've been in plenty of relationships which are not around now, which probably should mean that I probably should have lent a little bit more credence towards that. But at the time, things were going good, and my friends though, it's like friends kind of come and go, and it's like I have a really good friend of mine, I call him my brother. If he had a strong opinion, one way or the other, I'd take it into account. I'd be a little bit more receptive towards it, but I'm still not basing the future of a relationship off of the opinions of others.
So here's that's great that you took it from that angle. But would you go out of your way
No.
to impress your partner's friends or family?
I'm an impressive individual on my own damn right. Like, if you don't like my cooking, if you don't like my personality, if you got a problem with the way I dress, then that ain't a problem with me, motherfucker. That's a problem with you.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, Mr. Knight, would you go out of your way to impress your partner's friends and or family or both? Or is it separate for you? It's like fuck friends and my partner.
Part of this trauma growing up. That is what I used to try to do as a teenager. You know, I used to try to impress is a strong word, but I used to try to be more in other people's eyes, and never worked, ever. And that's how that's why most people get depressed. How teens right now have issues. They're trying to be more than what they are. Just be yourself and try to find acceptance in that. So on that note, nobody's ever going to be impressed. This is my belief. They're never going to be impressed. So I can just be what I am, the best at what I think I am, and they'll have to deal with it. So would I go out of my way? And I learned that early on. It's a lesson in futility.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
And
okay, so
a special story on that. Right?
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I used to date a girl, and she was really into me. And her mom came out after I dropped her home one day, and came out to me and was like, "Old school, you stay away from my daughter," kind of thing. Right? And I was like, "All right, cool. That's how we want to play that." The daughter had a type, right? So after me, she had a kid. The mom had to come to terms with that. They have a better relationship now, right? But she's not with that guy. She's with a different guy. So not the baby's daddy, different guy. And he's just a dude, nothing special, right? He's, working. But in comparison, right? Because she wants I'm just saying.
How was the better choice?
When it comes to that first time, life would be a little bit different. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Now you change it to your grandma, but I'm saying.
Okay. So for me, I come in last on this, so it's like I can't really say anything that the cast and crew ain't already said. Real talk, I'm me. You either like me or you don't, and really honestly, it's one way or the other. Either you like me or you don't. So I've gotten very used to either you like me or you don't. So if you don't like me, that's okay. Yeah, I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not trying to build anything with you. I don't give two craps if you like me. Does my significant other like me? That's all that matters. So yeah, that's where I sit. All right, and we're gonna end this with one of I'm gonna kind of combine these two. Okay, so we'll this last question here. So I'm gonna ask you to describe your preferred partner. Okay, but I also want you to put into that physical body type that you are attracted to. Okay. All right. Mr. Knight, we're going to kick it off with you.
Preferred.
It's our last question of the night.
Body type. All right. First of all, someone that you hear this a lot. Oh, I like people who laugh or have a sense of humor. No. I'm serious. Sense of humor. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Not playing. You got to be able to laugh at things. Right? We're talking like from Monty Python to Chris Rock. That whole spectrum. I want all. All right. So, sense of humor, openness, like to learn new things. I don't want to be like, oh, what is that? I ain't trying to learn all that. No, just curious.
Yeah.
And again, physically, I do like. No, see, this is a misconception. They don't have to be big, all right? So you can have mosquito bites, and I'm down with that. That's cool. But
you just gotta have something there.
But
Can be a concave chest cavity.
Right.
Right.
Wait, could it just be like two nipples though? Like if it was just like two meatball nipples, like the sausage?
Right.
This dude said pinball.
Okay, so wait, we're gonna have a real question for for you then, Knight. What stops you then from looking at man moves?
The thing they're attached to?
Attached to smelly, hairy, man that it's if it was like I said, for example, right? Trans boobs. If it was like trans boobs taken care of, no problem. It's boobs is boobs. You know what I'm saying?
Boobs, I want to see them. Okay, all right.
Like if it's
I'm here for it. I
dude with a
like
neck
it.
beard.
No, that's not your thing. Okay. All right. I'm just clarifying, just making sure that you're not looking at boobs and then saying it's boobs. Okay.
I'm honest with my universal and then my body types. It's two extremes, right? I like this. I like stuff a big girl. Don't mind. I have the complexion that is genetically.
They're like the big girls, yeah.
Right. But there's also something interesting, like on the other end of the spectrum. If you never had a hamburger in your life, and you hide behind a tree and we can't see you. That's also interesting too. Just like, like a little stick figure kind of thing. I'm like,
She's like, I like that taboo color on color thing, you know? It's just like a thing.
yeah. That's good.
Alright, so I think we got a lot of information on Mr. Knight tonight. If y'all missed this episode, I feel bad for you because, he opened it wide open. But we're going to go ahead and... We're going to go ahead and kick it to Mr. Kane, and we're going to end it with the girls tonight. So, Mr. Kane, your preferred body type, what attracts you to a person? Oh, the same question. I don't think you need to repeat it, right?
No. Honestly, I love a voluptuous figure. Sofia Vergara, Selma Hayek, very voluptuous figures. I don't discriminate against, being a little bit on the thinner or the thicker side, so long as you carry yourself with, like a very, just a very sexy, just air about you.
No, you're fit.
Dark hair, light eyes. Man, like I'm really not.
What
I'm
are
not.
some preferences in your partner though? Like preferences.
Like
Outside of-
definitely a sense of humor, a natural curiosity, and a willingness to an openness. Like not so close-minded or shallow-minded. Like if you're bigoted towards like one aspect or another, not necessarily even like within race, but just like, oh, I won't try anything because it doesn't look appealing. Like, yo, that might taste amazing. That might be your next favorite food, but because you're getting hung up on the visual aspect of it, like you're just gonna turn it away. Like,
right.
I definitely like a girl who's willing to experiment in more ways than just in the bedroom. Just, like somebody who's willing to put themselves out there. Because I think it just makes them more fun. Just, a joy to be around. You can't really, pigeonhole them into being like one class of person. Like I love somebody who's just open-minded and open to new experiences and just, can fly by the seat of their pants and, like just, oh, we're going to go try this today. But damn, we are? All right, cool. Let's go. Let's try it.
Spontaneity.
Yeah. So I love a fun person. I can't do a boring, like you could have the most rockin' figure ever. If you're boring, you're boring.
Very true. There's no substance there.
And I don't want people to be confused because they hear like, oh, someone who has a closed mind. You can have preferences, right?
Yeah.
But the reason's part, like I don't like mustard. If there's mustard on my burger, I taste it, I spit it out. But what? Right?
I'm from New York who don't like mustard. What?
Right. Ketchup.
Ew.
Oh.
Paul always said, don't trust a man who puts ketchup on his hot dog.
Let's not do that. That one got pulled down. Okay.
Right. You can at least try at least once. Try it. And I've tried it. And that's how I know I don't like it.
Okay, I like it. All right, Miss Sasha, for you, your preferred partner, and add into that physical, something that would physically attract you to that person. But your preferred partner, what do they have to have?
A preferred partner has to have a sense of, like everybody else, spontaneity, openness, willingness to try anything once as long as it doesn't kill them. Very into that. Someone who is spiritual and mentally stimulating, as well as fun-loving, go with the flow, but structured within reason. I'm a switch, so I need everything and nothing at the same time.
Wait, what was that night? What did you say?
Are you Gemini?
I'm a Taurus. No, absolutely not. Don't you come for me like that. I refuse that. It's a
Hey,
holiday.
look, I resent that question
No,
because
no,
I am a
no,
Gemini.
I
Okay,
hate
you haven't gotten to me yet.
But yeah, and then physically, just someone who, I don't know, I'm a stickler for pretty things. I need some aesthetics, some like exotic, something,
Yeah.
like, you know, a different color combo. I like very statuesque, whether it be curvy or, and still, it's very broad shoulders, Dorito, you know, yeah, you know, karate
Yeah.
body,
Yep,
or,
there we
you know,
go.
some curvy. Yeah.
All right, I like it. I like it. Okay, so for me, it's all the same things that openness, willingness, blah 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 blah. But a huge, 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 huge thing for me is if you cannot motherfucking communicate. Okay, I don't like playing head games. I'm very upfront. I tell you exactly what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, even if I've got a face on, it doesn't mean that I'm thinking anything. I will tell you exactly how I'm thinking. So I need somebody to do the same thing for me. I can hear it as long as we're sitting down in a safe space and we're talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not even willing to talk about some of these things, yeah, I just can't even wrap my head around it because how do we progress? How do we grow? How do we know what each other even likes? And like, you know, even just hang ups around talking around sex. I mean, I run a sex podcast show. If you can't talk to me about what the hell you like in the bedroom and sex, what are we doing? You know? So,
I like-
I'm like, what are we doing? I gotta play the guessing game. This is not 20 questions. I'm too old for this shit. Like, just tell me. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
for
Like,
clarification,
but to me, that's not a turn off. To me, that's actually more of a turn on. If you can sit there and describe to me, yeah, girl, I like it when you grab it like this and da 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 da, and I want to hear those things. I do. And then I have to take it from another end because, like, I'm going very much from a guy's perspective, right? Like, attraction towards men. And for me, there's not a certain body type. There really isn't. You can be tall. I'm short. I'm 5 foot, so everybody's taller than me. So you could be tall, you could be short, you could be fat, you could be skinny. As long as this is going and this is going, and you're a beautiful person, I'm here for it. Now, on the female aspect of it, I'm a little bit more picky. Aesthetically, you gotta be pretty. You got it. And I'm a dom, and that whole predator prey thing, I don't take it to the extremes that Mr. Knight does, but that whole predator prey thing I can get on board with because I don't like an aggressive woman. I've been with another girl that was aggressive and thought she was dom, and I had to put her in her place real quick, and it wasn't pretty. So, you know, like, you just, no, like, I don't want to do that. Like, look, you ain't, no, you're going to ask me. Like, it's not going there. And that's how I am with women. So you've got to, for me, it's got to be voluptuous and, you know, pretty little brown thing. And just some boobs and, yeah, hi. And then on top of it, yeah, I don't want no top guy.
So not an alpha chick. You can't do it.
I'm doing to you. You gonna be a pillow princess. Lay back and take this. All right. Like, and so that's where I sit. But I really enjoyed this live tonight. I think we got to know, definitely even from the crew that's already been here, and we've done a couple of these. I've learned some stuff about my crew tonight that I did not know. So thank you guys for being so open and willing to talk about all of these things.
Roy too.
Right, Roy was answering some stuff too. So if you guys, we didn't get to all the comments tonight, but if you guys want to check them out, they're all in the description box below. I will write you guys back. Don't worry about it. But see the comments below because they're funny. They're really funny. All right, Mr. Kane, would you like to take us out? Because that is our show for the night.
Yes, all right. So thank you everybody so much for joining us tonight. We hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all got like a little bit more of an insight into who your SafeWord crew is and, you know, just what they are looking for in a potential partner. So if you fit that bill, comment below, reach out to us on our social media. But please don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all of our content. But until next week, it's a done dada for us tonight. You guys enjoy your weekend. Go have some fun. And always, always, always remember your safe word. Good night, everybody. We'll chat you later.
Good night.